Kaysville Fiber Top 10 Concerns. Concern number 1. Cost. It will cost $22 million to bring fiber to Kaysville City. That is a lot of money. But the difference between this project and other city projects is that this project will not be funded using property taxes. In fact, it will not be funded using taxes at all. This project will completely be paid for by the people who want it. Let me show you how. There are only a few options for internet inside of Kaysville City. The two main internet providers in Kaysville are Comcast, also known as Xfinity, and CenturyLink. There are two other companies, Utah Broadband and Rise Broadband, that provide service to Kaysville using line-of-sight wireless communication. This means that if your house is not tall enough, or there are other houses or trees blocking the signal, you cannot use these services. There are also companies that offer internet by satellite, but these companies tend to target customers in rural areas with no other coverage, so they have much higher prices and much lower speeds. Let's compare prices for these four companies. This chart is comparing internet speeds versus cost. On this chart, lower is better. The first thing you should notice is that most of the speeds are only offered by one company, Comcast. This means that all customers that need speeds faster than a certain point are dealing with an actual monopoly. Let me redraw this plot using something called a logarithmic axis that stretches out the lower speeds and compresses the higher speeds so that things are easier to see and compare. You will notice that at lower speeds, the point-to-point wireless companies offer the best value. But for those who can't use these companies, this is all you are left with. Kaysville Fiber will offer all residents more internet options at better prices, terms, and speeds. The service is billed month to month, and you can cancel anytime without penalty. How is the city able to offer this option and still stay in business? What fiber cities have found is that once residents have experienced fiber, they rarely want to go back to the old companies. Municipal fiber networks have a 90% retention rate. Kaysville Fiber can offer these services for less, even beating out the wireless companies. And when the bond is paid off, or for those who choose to prepay the construction costs, the monthly costs drop even more. Here is the final plot without stretching to see how much of a difference Kaysville Fiber can make. Why would you pay more money for just the service when you can pay less money, get better service, and own the infrastructure that brings the internet to you? So in the end, $22 million is a lot of money, but the benefits are enormous. The city has been so careful in their planning, so conservative in their estimates, and has listened so intently to public feedback for 2 years to ensure that the project will be successful and self-sustaining. It should also be mentioned that the city has already spent money on financial, legal, contracting advice, technical studies, and other expenses to ensure that the project will be successful. If the Kaysville Fiber vote passes, these expenses will be paid back to the city's general fund using the fiber bond, which will then be paid off by subscribers. Otherwise, they will be wasted. So it will actually cost the city more money if the city votes no to Kaysville Fiber than if it votes yes. Please vote yes to Kaysville Fiber.